The Wall Street Journal had an article about Hyundai where some workers went on a partial strike and they were protesting humanoid robots being brought into the workplace. Boston Dynamics, they unveiled what they call Atlas, so the 6'2" humanoid robot. They were bringing this in as co-working, saying it's not to replace workers, but the union, the workers went on strike. So they're making some demands. They want job security guarantees when it comes to AI and robotics. Company stance is we want these humanoid robots to address what they call the 3 Ds, jobs that are dirty, dangerous, or dull. The headline says quite directly, GM lays off over 1,000 workers at Detroit plant, adds 50 robots. Both of those things are true, but the cause and effect isn't as straightforward. The UAW criticized the timing at the Factory Zero plant in Detroit because of lower demand for EVs. So they're laying people off while they're also wanting to replace workers with automation. And the Roger Smith vision of the lights out factory and my time at GM was one kind of illustrated that, yeah, the company would be happy to have workers who partnering with them and engaging more in a fight for humanity. Toyota philosophy is using AI to enhance jobs rather than displacing workers. Friends at KaiNexus are taking this approach. KaiNexus isn't looking to reduce the workforce because of AI. We want to use AI to do things that free up people to do more interesting work and eliminate the routine. And we don't have jobs that are dirty or dangerous, but we might have jobs that are dull.
Yeah.
And you may be able to scale better because of AI, but it's about being more effective. Well, let's shift and talk about another automaker, Ford. Jim Farley uses Japanese management tool to beat $5 billion. So Ford had a record number of recalls. I think it's an oversimplification, but going to the Gemba in and of itself isn't going to fix quality, but they're talking about the quality culture and these different articles, about what was happening here. Farley was a former Toyota guy, and he's quoted in the article as saying, I watched in his 40 years in the business, I watched Ford fall in love and fall out of love with quality like 4 times. So this is going back to the Dr. Deming era when he was influential with Ford's CEO at the time.
Right.
Was that Peterson?
I did want to mention the whole idea of changing someone's title. Um, even if the job fundamentally wasn't changed that much, right? It's just a focus change and maybe some new responsibilities or maybe just some more emphasis. Sometimes a title change can imply it's just an inflection point, right? If you roll out, um, a new job description, it's hard to get people's attention. But if you change their title, it's like, okay, what comes along with that, right? It makes you curious. It sends a signal that we want to do this, and language matters. Toyota, their supervisors, group leaders, there's thoughtfulness behind that title, and so even when there's a project that has a title that's gone badly, and we need to hit a restart, I will encourage people to come up with a new title for the project to really be clear we are hitting reset. I like the title change, but I think if it gets people's attention and convinces them that wake up tomorrow and do their job differently,
Yeah.
a lot of stuff. Language matters, and it can signal there's an inflection point here, an open vessel for the new things we're going to throw at you. They have to do it, support them in that work.